Hi guys, I've got a large box of cars to go through. Welcome to Matchbox Garage. I kind of almost a little bit, not necessarily stunned for words, but just not really knowing how to go through this box or how to introduce it. Let me just pull out a couple of bits. And I'm going to put this box on the floor and then I'm going to work through it and pull stuff out. Basically, I just don't have enough room on my desk. Right, so here's the story, the situation. I go on Facebook sales and eBay and boot sales and charity shops, etc, etc. But this one's I don't know, I think it's a bit of a special one, I think. This was a Facebook marketplace sale. And this lady by the name of Janet, she had put up all of these cars for an amount, and it was very fair. And so I sent her an email, and of course others did as well. And I mentioned, look, my name's Rob. I've got this YouTube channel and I will take care of these cars and restore many of them. Anyway, she come back to me and said, that sounds like a great idea, a great plan. They're yours if you want them. So anyway, I've picked them up tonight, and just to kind of learn a little bit more about these cars. So unfortunately, Janet's husband passed away, and she's kind of moving on and going through the loft or the attic, come across a lot of some of the bits and pieces that her husband had as a child or had collected over the years, and was having to obviously thin down to move on to a smaller place. And that's where I come in for these cars. And I think it kind of had a real feeling about it. It's not like just buying and winning an eBay auction and it comes in the post. To meet somebody and have the kind of backstory and the life and the real thought and feeling behind the cars and who they were, makes me want to make sure that I really do put in that extra effort to get these cars either restored or into the right hands, where we will all appreciate them. But anyway, like I say, it's a little bit different, a bit of a different introduction to this one, because I kind of have a bit more of a feeling behind it. But to be honest, I've only kind of skimmed the top layer of this box, and there's quite a lot of items in here, so this may take a little while, and I hope you do follow along. Hey, hit that kind of 2 times button, meaning that this video will just speed up to double speed. I do it, I'm not going to blame you, and it might make this longer video a little bit easier to get through. But anyway, let's start going through some of these bits. But a lot of this that I can see is Dinky. There's a few Matchbox pieces in here, and the pictures I don't think done it justice from the actual sale. I just see a load of kind of cars that needed restored, and I thought I'll have a go at those. But yeah, in person, probably better than I'd hoped. So, but anyway, let's get through these. So we've got the Dinky toys. This is a Dodge, and that is a very nice looking Dodge. These are a bit different. I don't really know too much about these ones, but you can hopefully just about see in there. It does read Dinky Toys, made in England, Meccano Limited, but nothing further. And it looks like we've got a yellow one and a blue one. and that reads the same. I don't know whether this one has been modified or this one perhaps has been overpainted, but they're very nice looking vans. This is different. Looks like it should have a key. So, oh wow, so made in Western Germany. One of these tin plate ones, and whether this mechanism works anymore, I don't know. Janet's husband was a train driver throughout his life, and retired, and kind of got into all the trains and stuffs like that, which is obviously another interest to me as well. But I remember my kind of great Uncle Alan as a kid. We used to go up into the loft, and surrounding was a train track, and you know, as a kid I used to be in awe, just thinking, you know, it was amazing. And one day, hopefully, when, or if I have grandchildren, I can kind of build the same for them, you know. This trailer, I think, is beautiful. This is a Pullmore car transporter, a 582 Dinky toy delivery service. I'm hoping that the actual cab is in the box. I don't know yet, but I really do hope it is. Looks like we've got some, I don't know whether some homemade kind of restoration there in the past, which I would definitely keep. There you go, look, a little something through there. Obviously it's been broken, but it's got a period correct fix there, and that excites me as much as the rest of it. Not too sure what's going on in this bag. Look at that little car there, that's interesting. Looks like there's some spares and little motors, look. And there's tiny little, this is probably more so towards the scale of the railway, but there's lots of tyres and wheels and such, and little pieces like this. So if I'm missing anything from these cars, then I'll obviously have a look in there first. Let's pull out another few more. It looks like we've got a variety. Not only a variety in brands, in styles, but I think in ages as well. Right, so we have another Dinky Super Toys. This is a Fodden. Look at that, and it's got that spare wheel underneath. That is cool. And it looks like we're missing or have broken some pieces on the side there, but otherwise in very good, you know, play worn condition. All the tyres there, and it's a good roller that I like. We've got a Land Rover Dinky Toys Meccano. Bit of damage on this one, bit of damage to the rear bumper there. Looks like we're missing a driver, the steering wheel probably broken on the window section here. I think probably the extensions there on the bumper are broken, but otherwise that is super cool. Looks like we've got an odd tyre on the front there, but I think fixable. We've got some wooden toys, a little bit different for me. Perhaps made by himself or by a family member, and I really like that. Some real kind of old toys, and I'd like to say give them to my children to play with, but my boys are quite heavy handed and I think these need to be preserved, so maybe I'll put them up somewhere safe. Look how beautiful this one is. So this is a Dinky Super Toys Kohl's mobile crane. I just love all those, you know, that hardware there, those kind of flat head rounded screws. Beautiful. and of course you can see the mechanism in there. Look, you know, long gone is the string, but you've still got the little fella in there. And I think taking this apart, putting some new string, you know, figuring out what needs to be done on the end there, but otherwise that is a beautiful piece. And I was saying to Janet that, you know, I have a real, not only interest and hobby in this, but you know, I do get excited about some of these things, especially the ones I have not seen before. And I've got a few of these Dinky ones. Of course, the majority of my collection is Matchbox, but you know, I have a real appreciation for these Dinky toys. The quality that are in these, you just don't get today. You know, the toys today are made and will last till next Christmas. You know, these toys have lasted 50, 60, 70 years, and hopefully after I've had a little fettle with them, they'll be around for another 50, 60, 70 years. But nice little trailer here. Got another nice trailer. Dinky Toys, this is a Houseowing farm trailer. Very nice. So no name on this one, but another Dinky. This must be I'm assuming a very early Dinky. I need to do a bit of research, but looks like we're missing something on the top there. A little bit of kind of, I don't want to say damage, but some scoring, some scuffs, where probably this has been, you know, moved around for many years on its roof. But otherwise, yeah, that's a real beauty. So we've got a funky looking thing here. It's a motor cart. Got some real weight to this little toy, and it's good to see that the steering wheel is still in position. I think we're missing the chap that's probably been driving this thing, but I'm guessing that everything else is there. But yeah, I don't know how old this little tab is, but slightly play worn motor cart without driver. Oh, there you go, 99p. So I'm sure you guys would pay 99p for that. Beautiful. Oh, see, this is a lovely little thing. So this is a lot more modern. This is probably still from the 70s. This Corgi Toys Whiz Wheels is a Vigilant Range Rover. There you go, look, all intact. You're moving the lights around here. Decals are in good condition. Look at that, wow. Beautiful. It's a good roller. That's a nice bit of kit, that. Like I say, we've got some way to go in this box. Seems to be quite a lot of like trailers or farming equipment. So like you got these here, you can have a right old line of them, which are, it just says Dinky Toys there, so unsure what the names are, but they're very nice nonetheless. I'm going to keep this trailer out to one side in the hope that I come across the right cab. Here we have, unfortunately it's covered over in what I believe is again a homemade fix, and again I like to see that, rather than this toy probably, you know, breaking in half and thrown away like toys are today. The dad probably said, I can fix that, you know, put a lump of metal in there, fixed it, and this little boy could play again for another few more years. Beautiful. We've got a trailer here. This is a Lone Star. So a nice simple trailer. Hopefully we'll come across the cab. Is that it? Don't think so. Oh, okay, that's different. I believe this is Timpo Toys. I've not heard of that. Quite crude in its makeup, but having never seen it before, I very much like it. I need to do a bit of research on that, or if anyone can let me know. Timpo Toys. Look at this beauty. Thankfully the doors are still intact, so you've got express service there. Wow. And the rear doors, these are things, you know, realistically, are you ever going to get a replacement set of these doors if they're missing? So thankfully they're still there. And a nice little bit of suspension here. It feels solid, feels absolutely solid. Articulated trailer. Oh, this is a Corgi Major Toys. Yeah, I've not seen this one before, and I'm going to guess this is the cab for it. Lovely weight to it again, quality in that engine detail, and all the surrounding here. Unfortunately, is missing the what do you call it? The mirror on that side, but we've got one on this side to try and replicate. We're missing a little horn on the top there, but otherwise, let's put this together. I think we have to bring that up first. It probably reverses. Oh wait a minute. Let's do this properly, shall we? So we put that down. It reverses in. There you go. Tips up. And away she goes. What a beauty that is. I think you're going to have to get used to me saying wow and beautiful and wonderful and great, because I think all of these castings are just that. Unsure what this one is, but they look like Matchbox wheels. A little trailer there. Got a lovely little a bus. So this is there's actually nothing underneath here. I'm going to guess there's something missing, perhaps not, but thankfully the decal there does read Lone Star, so we know what brand this one is. Oh, there we go. We've got made in England on that side. Let's have a look on this side. There we are. So it does read there Lone Star. And I'm not sure whether I've got anything Lone Star, or at least until today. Got another trailer here, another Howzoin farm trailer. Got another one of these Dinky toys. This one appears to be something missing on the top. Got another little Jeep. These tyres have seen better days, just barely go around now, unfortunately. But you know, you've got the spare tyre on the side there. Steering wheel in place. Unfortunately, it looks like we're missing the window surround there, which I imagine is very common, but otherwise 90% complete. Very nice. So we've got another Dinky there, made in England. Nice little trailer. It's a little mini one, that one. Oh, this is fun. No name on this one. Probably some identifying marks around the back there, but again you got that old school screw kind of holding it into place. Looking at the wheels, And the tyres, I would have said Lesney, but yeah, unsure on that one. Some further research needed. Oh, look at this old beast. That's a big one. Oh, it's a Benbros. Hey, so this is a Benbros collar toy, and if you do follow all my videos, probably only a few videos ago, depending on when this one goes live, I done this Benbros, if you remember. So that was that Benbros, and we got a second Benbros. That is wonderful. Missing. That feels absolutely solid. That's solid metal, that solid cast. Just putting that other one to one side, but it looks like we're missing perhaps the driver and some tracks, but otherwise that is a wicked little toy. A little wind up one here. Oh, and it still works. It's got Boss written on the side of it. It's a plastic toy. A metal base though, still got some age to it. It says made in Hong Kong. I'd like to know where this or when it was from. I'm going to guess somewhere in the 70s, but yeah, needs a bit of work perhaps. Got a real smell to that car, really strong rubbery plastic smell, quite strange. Anyway, so another Dodge, very nice. Oh, look at this one, this is lovely. Open at the back here, so we have Dinky Toys. This is a Bedford, and I wonder, not too, looks like it's a bit rusty, but I'm not too sure what that should have done. Maybe it had something in here that pushed it out and opened up and obviously dumped its load. Very interesting. I'm not convinced, I could be wrong, but I'm not convinced that's the correct front end there. It seems to be fitting kind of very awkwardly. Right, so this is a Condon. Rather unfortunate name, perhaps why I've never heard of it. All metal, and what does it say on the front there? Oh, it's just it says CP 1949. Wow, made in England. I don't think there's any other marks on it, but that is a beauty right there. So we've got a trailer here. Feels very lightweight, almost just like tin. Probably a cheap toy for the time. This is a beast. So this is a Corgi Major. Look at that condition. That's in great nick, that is. Tyres are good. All the glass is good. It's even still got. Let's see whether it works. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, alright. Oh, okay. So you have to push it in, and up it goes. Push it in, and down it goes. And then I guess you push this in, and then you see the hook is lowering, and then you push it in, and the hook is raising. Wow. That is in fabulous condition. Look at that. Wonderful. Decal on the back there. Yeah, that's quite special. A Mack truck, that one. Very nice. That one, of course, needs no restoration. And that would be perfect for someone's collection. I guess smaller items fall down inside a box. So I think smaller items coming up, we're getting through it, we're probably 80% there now. So unsure what that is. Oh, I think we had a trailer earlier on with something like that. Do you know what? I think that's pretty where all these go. What do you think? Must be, eh? That is cool. Hey, here we have our first Matchbox. Matchbox Scammer Contractor 1971. Beautiful, that. What else have we got here? So no decal, no name. Answers on a postcard. We got a Sedan diesel here. Very nice. Just a plastic trailer. We have another Lesney full tractor in good condition, minus, you know, the wheels, but otherwise in, yeah, really good nick. It's a lovely little thing. This Dinky Toys Vanguard. Very nice. Got a corgi trailer there. Missing the front wheels there, unfortunately. Unsure what this is. There's no identifying marks. So this is a budgie toy. That's our first little budgie toys. A Scamel Scarab. Funny name, but yeah, probably a trailer has to go to this. But that's a funny looking thing. I've done a three-wheeler before. I like this. Looks like it's a fair few bits broken off though. Perhaps something on here that's broken, something on here. No identifying marks though. But looking at this, this probably went on a track. We have made in Crescent, England. Nothing else. Maybe goes to one of these trailers somewhere. Could it be this one? I think it is. This reads the Comma Hands Articulated 6-wheel A-Roots Group product made by the Chad Valley Company, England. What a mouthful. Comma Hands. Does that go to that? Doesn't look like it does, but it fits. Who knows? Like I say, I think I've got hours worth of research coming up. We've got corgi toys, one of them farm equipments. Look, there you go. Sow your seeds. I'm going to pull the box up now. unfortunately it does appear, unless I have already picked it out, but I don't think I have. Doesn't look like we got the cab to this trailer. We have I want to say that reads CHABENS. Made in England. Very crude. Is that Charbons? Very cool. A plain trailer there. Looks like the top of something, and then a plastic piece. Oh, look at this. So we've got the Ferret Scout there, missing something on the top. Remember, I've got that bag of parts, so there could very well be, you know, talking about missing parts on all of these, it could very well be in there. This one just says made in England. Some fire truck. So we've got the wheel off of something here. Another trailer. This is a comma. This is a nice looking thing. And I know the chap who owned these cars was also very much into Meccano. And it looks like some Meccano has found itself onto this comma. Very sweet. So we've got another budgie model here, refuse truck. Cool. It's a Dodge. Something to go on here perhaps. It's a K3, so this will be a Lesney product. Something to go on there. This one, Dinky Toys. Very cool. Kind of looks like this is maybe put on afterwards, like man-made, but maybe that's just the design. So this is a Dinky Super Toys Kohl's mobile crane, and similar to the other one, but of course we're missing quite a bit here. I think in that spares there were some crane parts, and maybe that's where it's from. We've got Dinky Toys at Bedford, Meccano. Ah, there you go, look. So like the other one. So what wheels were we missing? Oh, there you go. So it's like a screw. How cool is that? So at least we know what is needed in order to fix the other one now. I imagine a little boy all those years ago having hours of fun with that. And look, it's even got a homemade repair drilled straight through there and then tied up with some string. I love that. I think that is great. Coming towards the end now. A little bit of damage on this one, which is a shame. This is a Lewis Marks Company Limited, so it's a different brand again, made in Great Britain. A Luma Transport. We've got kind of quite a bit of damage to this, unfortunately. Looks like some homemade bits, but it's quite nice to see all the same. Got another, it's just made in England. I like that detail, that's different to what I've seen before. Little bell there, look. Oh, look, it moves. Very nice. Oh, this little fella. It's actually plastic. This little driver there, we can't lose him. Oh, it's another one of those pylon things. Oh, we've got a gun here. So Britain's Limited, England. So another make, and it is still sprung. Oh, there you go. So you can see that there. Put something in the end there and fire off. It's been over painted, but I could get that back down and get it back up again. But I quite like it as it is as well. Looks like again we've had some homemade repairs, and that lovely. So made in England. Another quite crude one, but very sweet. So we've got a little plastic trailer here. It says Paramount, made in Hong Kong. Oh, we've got another tin polet, made in England. You know, I didn't realise how many brands there were. These brands that, I don't know, were perhaps overtaken or bought out by the likes of Dinky and Lesney and Matchbox and so on. Be interested to learn about some of these older ones. Maybe they went on to be. It feels like a Dinky, like things like this, similar or the same as Dinky. Perhaps, I don't know, was Timpo a side venture? Was it sold somewhere else? Was it a budget brand? We shall find out. It's not just me learning here, you know, we can all learn. Of course there are some pros, but I am all ears. I think this is all here. Shape is a bit bent, but otherwise a nice tractor. No markings though. It's a sweet little fella. What's that one say? So Dinky, made in England. Very nice. Well, this is a plastic one with a metal base, but it's got some age to it. Some spare tyres. Oh, I have to pick that one up. Looks like that's like a little pump. That's nice looking. Another trailer here. Again, appears to be like a homebrew repair, but I could be wrong. Oh, this is lovely. So there's a Lesney number 55. Looks like this one's been taken apart already, look, and put back together. So DUKW, made in England by Lesney. Yeah, drilled all the way through, unfortunately, but it's a lovely little casting. Another trailer here by Dinky, and then last but not least we have a Dinky Toys Meteor. Beautiful. And I'm sure it's had many hours of anyway, let's land it into this box, which I'll put everything else back. I need to do a lot of research. You guys down in the comments are my kind of greatest source of information and research. I myself, you know, will go into the old Googles and see what I can find. And what I don't want to do is restore something that is super rare, and you know, if there's a collector that needs it for their or to complete their collection. But if these are just standard bits that I can really get my teeth into for restoration, then you know, I'll start cracking on. But anyway guys, thanks very much for watching, especially if you've made it this far.